No, I don't. You're right. I don't. Amen, brother. Hey, we say good morning to you. We are live broadcasting again on this Food City Friday. We're live to this Friday at Food City on Eastman Road in Kingsport. Next Friday we'll be in Blunt, Vegas to wrap up the month. And so we is here, ready to go. We thank you for being with us wherever you may be. And so we have some weather to tell you about. We're going to get to that in just a second. We got Joel Bowman's going to join us here momentarily, but I do want to get to some weather because it is got a brand new sponsor. Very excited about that. And so we're going to tell you all about the good folks at Sprint. Woohoo! Hit the bell. I love Sprint. I'm a Sprint customer. Have been for a long, long time. So let's get you up to speed before we even get into the show about the snow and the cold front. Got some closings already here in the school systems here in the area. Then we got Joel ready to go, talk about the produce. And, he's brought me some fruit. He brought me some halos. All right, there's what's closed already. Avery County closed. Carter County closing 3 hours early. Madison County schools are closed here in the area. Mitchell County schools in North Carolina are closed. Unicoi County closing now. High school, middle school closing at 11, and the elementary closing at 11:15 this morning. So, and then Watauga County schools in North Carolina are closed as well. Snow accumulations possible today and tonight here in the region. Most locations expect to have less than an inch through tonight down in the valleys, but again up in the mountains. And here's a picture coming off of WCYB. I don't know if you can see that, but there is the hello, my man, Socks Dave Light, one of the good guys in the house. There is the snowfall accumulations wherever you may be on this particular map. So, hello, baby. Thought you said Joel Bowman. Yeah. So anyway, here we go. Boone, Mountain City, Roan Mountain up in the higher elevations, 2 to 5 inches. An inch between really from Morristown all the way up to around Marion, maybe an inch tops into the mountains of Southwest Virginia right now. Nothing, but again, they always kind of give themselves an out because they say depending if the storm moves just a little bit to the west, then we're going to get more snow here in the region. It's going to be a cold weekend, 30s to the weekend. Some of the coldest air we've seen since last March. Windy tomorrow, wind chills in the 10s and 20s much of the day. Where'd the fall go? Single-digit wind chills in the mountains. Sunday, dry, warm up on Monday, and another chance of snow and colder weather down into the teens on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. So it's here, kind of put everybody in a Christmas spirit. We're here again live at Food City. We got lots going on. We got a big sale going on today. It's right here. We got this right here. This is the one-day. Ooh, look right there, Jeff Peanut Butter. I eat that by the bucket. Jeff Peanut Butter got it on sale for $5 today. This is a one-day price. Food City $5 day. Mild sausage patties, $5. Pepsi products, 6-pack half-liter bottles, 3 for $5 today. What's a racehorse doing? Isn't it? Good grief. Russet potatoes. Go ahead and put those cans on, big dog. 15-pound bag for $5. 15-pound bag for $5. Let's get him on the camera here.
You can't beat
number
that.
One, boom, there's his
Boom.
name.
Here I am.
Number 2, let's get his pretty little face on the camera here.
Yeah, I'll break that camera right there.
You'll
Yeah.
be fine. Let's see, let's hit it right here, and let's go back here one more time and hit this. We're here live again at Food City on Eastman Road. There we go. There's my man. Look up there.
Okay, you're talking about schools getting out, okay?
Yeah.
What about work? What about us people here at work? Do we get out? We don't get that?
Train rolls on, baby.
Daggone.
Train rolls on.
I remember those days. That was fun, though.
That's good days.
Yeah,
Get out.
yeah, it was.
Go home and throw snowballs.
Yeah.
Big time.
Make mom nervous.
Make mom nervous.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
We're here live again at Food City on Eastman Road. Our man is with us, Joel Bowman. We love coming over here and talking to my man, and so let me tidy this up here just a bit, and we're going to pull this a little closer so we can see more of Joel and me and less of everybody else. We want to see the man on there. All right, so good stuff. Brand new sponsor, Sprint. We'll tell you all about that coming up here in a moment, but while I've got you, let's talk produce.
All right. Well, you mentioned the 15-pound potatoes. You know, that's a one-day sale today, $5, and we also got a small fruit, small veggie tray, $5. Regular either $8.99 or $9.99. So you know, it's good savings right there. And, going into the holidays, talking about our ad here a little bit, and I brought you some samples there of the halos. You might find maybe a little seed in them every once in a while. If you do spit out on the floor, we got a maintenance guy come trying to get them up. So go ahead to spit them out on the floor there.
Spit them on the floor.
But we got your mandarin oranges, $3.88 a bag, and we got a 5-pound bag of Gala apples, $3.88. But these mandarin oranges they're halos, is what they are. If you got a second, a long story short. The cuties, they're very popular with the kids and the adults too, and they're easy to peel. But the halos are the brother to that. They are the brother to the cutie. They're actually grown, right across the street. As a family. It's a family deal, and one grows a cutie and one grows a halo.
Seriously.
And that's the way it works. And yeah. And then we got pecan pieces or halves. We got a pound 8-ounce package there for $4.99. And that's a good stock up on these for the holidays. Make that sweet potato casserole, and or make that pecan pie or whatever. That's awesome for that. We got on your vine tomatoes, $1.99 a pound. We got some Fresh Express items, 4 or 5 different varieties, 2 for $6. And we got your red or Yukon Gold potatoes, 5-pound bag for $3.49. And we got your romaine hearts, $2.99 a bag. 2-pound bag mini peeled carrots, $2.99. And we got your naturally fresh salad dressings. We got 4 different varieties, and they're $2.99 a jar. And we got a bunch of great holiday items. And speaking of holiday items, we got a bunch of fruit baskets.
Yeah, talk about those.
Start at $7.99. They go up to $46.99. We got an online service. You can go online. You can order your fruit basket same day. If you want to order it for next week, you can do that. Go ahead and put the order in, or just call us 247-4148, and we'll take your order over the phone and we'll hook you up. We have a lot of churches and a lot of organizations order fruit baskets for us.
Well, you can see on the camera here the petite starts at the petite down on this end right there. Just want to get up here and do this. But 1 pear, 1 orange, 1 apple, golden delicious, 1 red apple, 1 banana, half a pound of red grapes for $7.99. Then it goes all the way up to
the $46.99. And if you go on the website, it breaks that down. It shows all that on the website. And all you have to do is boom, click on it, and tell us how many you want.
Much better than I'm doing here.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm not doing good for this. I got to figure out.
You'll come up with something, or break it down there a little bit.
What do you think about our new football coach, Tennessee? You like it?
Yeah. Well, I think he'll do well, and I think he'll bring 3 or 4. Word is he might be bringing 3 or 4 of his the
coaches.
Members, coaches and the members, of the club, of the team with him, so it might be a big turnaround here next year.
Here's the Caprice basket. Again, 8 pears, 12 oranges, 8 golden delicious apples, 8 red delicious apples, 6 bananas, 2 pink grapefruits, 6 kiwi, and 2 pounds of red grapes.
That'll feed the Army.
I guarantee it. So you can run the gamut.
Yeah.
As Joel was telling you. So here's the whole picture pulled back. I mean, you can go check it. All these at foodcity.com, right?
Yes.
Yep. So.
And, any store in the company, you can go any store. They got, we make them fresh in-store daily. We're not one of these that, we order them, and 2 days we get them in. They're already in packaged up in a cellophane wrap. We work hard. We make them here in the back room. We order the fruit baskets separately. We order the fruit separately. We got a girl back there, Renee, and she puts them all together for us.
And you can customize them too. If I want more bananas, I want oranges, you can do whatever,
you can do that. Sure can.
It's all right here again at Food City in the produce department. All right, let's do. I'm going to do checkpoint here. Do you have right now kiwi?
Yes, sir. Got kiwi. Got pineapple. Coconuts. They've been out of stock the past week or so, but we've got them on order. But they should be coming back in. Pineapple. That's a hot item. For that ham, coming up for the Christmas holiday. Bananas, that's a biggie right there. Make that banana pudding. And we got your vanilla wafers. We got them all right there together. Right there, we got your banana pie filling. It's all right there, right at one table. All you have to do is stop at that table, get all your fixings right there.
You told me at one time, 2 or 3 visits ago, you said the number one thing you sell at Food City are bananas.
Yes, that's number
one.
More
than
item.
Milk, more than beer, more than anything. Bananas.
And actually, we've done a running total on that, and tomatoes has taken over that lead.
Really?
Yes, tomatoes. Tomatoes
year round.
Yes, yeah. Tomatoes has
There you
taken over that
go.
lead.
There's a trivia question. What is the most popular item year round sold at all food cities? Are tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
There you
And
go.
close running is bananas.
Close second is nanners.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
All right. So, out of the baskets, give me your 3 most popular fruit baskets you sell.
I would say probably your Fruit Supreme. That's a $24.99 basket. That's probably your, that's good for a small family.
Mm-hmm.
Your Petite, that's another good one. That's good for one person.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have your $12.99. That's right in the middle. That's your Continental. That's a pretty good basket. Those 3 right there. It's a good running. They're a close chase. For those 3 right there.
Continental, I'm going to say breakfast. Continental basket for $12.99. A couple of pears, 3 California oranges, 2 Golden Delicious and 2 Red Delicious apples, 2 bananas, and a pound of red grapes.
And like you said,
$13.
If you want to customize it, if you want all oranges in that basket, we can hook you up. Yeah.
It's Tom Jennings in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like the Godfather from WJHL.
Yes.
Look at him.
We
Looking
just got
good.
through talking to
Feeling
him
good?
up there.
Staying warm? There you go. Got to. What happened to fall? It's gone.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Have a good weekend.
Take the rest of the day off. Yeah.
There you go. All right. So, anything you want to leave us with this morning?
Well, how about my Giants? We got to talk about my Giants.
New York
Giants. Yeah.
Man, what a disarray they are.
Ooh. Eli's gonna be back. Eli's gonna be back. Though he's coming back. He's
fired the coach, fired the general manager, and brought Eli back.
Yeah, brought him back. So.
Well, that was an insult to Eli Manning.
Yeah. Yes, it was. Yeah, I think he ought to get Peyton over and let him be head coach.
So Mr. McAdoo is gone. They have a new coach for the Giants this week, and Mr. Manning's back as a quarterback.
Yeah. So, and I think a team will come back around. I think they just lost respect, and they just for the coach, and they just wanted to, prove a point, and they did.
They did.
And I think they'll be back and supporting Eli there this weekend, I hope.
Very good. I was trying to make sure. Thank you, Jeremiah. Jeremiah always gives me a checkup, make sure we're on strong, and everything's working, and it is. And there you go. My man Joel Bowman in the house. Thank you.
Yes.
Now, these are called halos.
Those are the halos.
Tell me one more time the difference between a halo or a Mandarin orange or
halos
or a cutie.
And a cutie. Actually, it's the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you the short story. It was a family business, and the granddad, the dad died, and so the two brothers ran this farm. Well, they got in an argument. Well, they took and cut a road down between them.
True story.
And one selling them as cuties, and one selling them as halos. True story.
True story.
Yes.
Down in Florida.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So that's why
got in a big family feud and created a new fruit.
Yes. Yeah. And the halos are, they're just as good as the cuties. They're the same fruit. They peel easy too.
There you go.
They're kid friendly, adult friendly. And they're easy to peel.
They're tasting good right here too. I can tell you that.
Yes, they're great. Yeah.
Give me some taters. Appreciate
yes, sir.
you, man. Good job.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. Quick
Thank
break.
you.
We'll be right back. We're live here again at Food City and Eastman Road in Kingsport on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import and Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world.
Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
The 2018 Cal Calendar in now for a limited time at Chick-fil-A, The Crossings in North Johnson City. A 20th anniversary retrospective titled Steers of Yesteryear, including a card with a wide range of free food offerings across the Chick-fil-A menu. Only $8 plus tax, but hurry, supplies are limited. Each month gives you the chance to collect free Chick-fil-A menu items. The offers vary each month, but hurry, supplies are limited. The 2018 Chick-fil-A Steers of Yesteryear Calendar on sale now at Chick-fil-A at The Crossings in North Johnson City.
We're back with the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Beside me is the Turtle Man, Tommy Stanley. We'll get to him in just a second. We're here live again. We'll go to the phone. He's our buddy Bob from Book Lovers Warehouse. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Oh, I'm getting better because, I don't know. I'm seeing a great trend. People still come in the store, and they come in and they find all kinds of wonderful things in the store. And if you got the time and energy to come in and look through the store, you're way ahead of the world. The rest of the world is going online and buying everything. So come in the store and see what you can find. Then you get the excitement of it.
For folks who have no clue, tell us about Book Lovers Warehouse. We have not had you on for a while. Got a lot of new listeners, so tell us a little bit about Book Lovers Warehouse, would you please?
Well, we've been there about 15 years. In the store, they're categorized. And we have a store manager now that's just amazing. He keeps the place organized. He gets things off the floor. We have probably 25 different things going on, from sci-fi and fantasies and romance and history and politics and children's books and books on sports and books on health. It just goes on and on and on. It's all quite well organized, and it's I'm guessing between 200,000 and 300,000 books in there. So I have people bring up, when I'm working in there, and I don't get in there as much as I used to. When I'm in there, I have people bring up stuff I've never seen before. They said, well, I just happened to see it, and I couldn't pass it up. So it's the kind of store that you need to give yourself a little time. You go through it carefully. You find what you can, what's interesting, or you'll find something you've never heard of before. So that's the kind of store it is.
Got a new football coach at Tennessee. We're going to talk about that coming up at the bottom of the hour with Kevin Harmon. Coming up next, Tommy Stanley, the store manager. Also, at the top of the hour, we'll talk to Mike Hedrick. He'll join us live in Northern Virginia. Some big news in NASCAR. We'll tell you all about that. Let him tell you about it. Coming up at the top of the hour, we're talking to Bob from Book Lovers Warehouse in Johnson City. Love shopping there. Again, 300,000 or 400,000 titles. It's a 6,000 square foot bookstore. Bob, it is the season. We're 16 days you have to shop till Christmas, and you've got the gift certificates. That's the way to go. Tell us about that.
Okay, if you have people or friends you don't know them very well, or you do know them very well, but you don't want to pick things out for them, give them a gift certificate. They'll love coming in there. They'll love going to the store. They'll love looking for something new and different. So you can get a gift certificate, $5, $10, whatever you want. We have them available at the front desk. If you're a regular customer and you have a lot of trade credit, you can convert your trade credit to gift certificates. That's something we do every December. So bring in your unused trade credit and get gift certificates. That way you can use your trade credits for gifts for other people. And the third thing with gift certificates is if you come in the store and you buy something of $20 or more, we'll give you an extra $5 gift certificate you can use for a Christmas present. So it's three ways to go with gift certificates. It's a good way to go for Christmas, and we appreciate you coming in.
Absolutely. Bob, give me the hours you're open again at Book Lovers Warehouse. We're going to get down to the broadcast before Christmas and do a show down there. Give me the hours you're open at Book Lovers Warehouse.
We open at 10 o'clock in the morning. We stay till 7 o'clock at night. On Sunday, we open at noon, come in after church. We stay till 5. We're there 7 days a week. We're glad to see you. If you're in the store and it's time to close, we'll stay as long as you want. So please come in. Give us a look around, and I think you'll really find some neat stuff, especially for Christmas.
And the average price of a used book in your store is how much? If you had to do it across the board, how much is it? $4.99, $3.99?
The average, about $3.99.
$3.99. You've got
and a lot of the books are a year old, 2 years old, and they were originally around $30, so it's a good deal. The whole store is a good deal.
It is an awesome deal. Hours are open one more time at Book Lovers Warehouse, my friend.
We're open from 10 till 7, 6 days a week. Sunday, we're open from noon till 5.
There you go. Hey, great job. I'll talk to you soon. We'll talk to you next week. And sell, my friend. 'Tis the season.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Yes, sir.
I'll see you in there. Okay.
You got it.
Thank you.
We thank him very much. Again, our buddy Bob from Book Lovers Warehouse in Johnson City. And so we're here again broadcasting live again. We're at Food City, and we are here, and let's see where my man's at here. Do I have him on the board? There he is. The Turtle Man, Tommy Stanley. Let's get him up and rolling here. Coming up, we've got a new football coach at Tennessee. Kevin Harmon's going to tell us all about it. And Turtle's in the house. Morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. You?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. By the way, we've got a brand new sponsor. While Turtle gets settled in and gets ready to tell us about this $5 day, man, there's some unbelievable deals. 15 pounds of potatoes for $5. I mean, I don't know when the last time you got that. 15 pounds, not 5 pounds, 15 pounds of potatoes for $5.
Can't grow them for that. I've grown a lot of taters over the years. You can't grow them for that.
I love this guy. He's awesome. All right, brand new sponsor, Sprint. Love it. I'm a proud Sprint sponsor. Tomorrow, Sprint says thanks. This is going across the Tri-Cities tomorrow, all Sprint stores tomorrow. A free LG G-Pad F2 8-inch tablet for all customers tomorrow. Free at all Sprint stores. 50% off any Samsung Galaxy S8, S8 Plus, or Note 8 for new activations. Half price tomorrow. Whoo, that's a deal. Half price. Everybody goes in, gets a free LG G-Pad F2 8-inch tablet for all customers tomorrow at all Sprint stores. Sprint says thanks. Sprint will buy out your current contract with the current carrier to switch you over. They'll buy it out. $300 off an iPhone 8, an 8 Plus, or an iPhone X with an eligible trade-in. I'm getting ready to trade this puppy in maybe tomorrow. Getting ready to this is GS.
Can you get me one too, Dad? I got an iPhone through Sprint. I got Sprint too.
There you go.
Can you get me one, Dad?
I think we could.
Okay,
yeah.
thank you.
And then also, I'm going to get Ronnie to talk about this next week. Business with a social program for small business owners. Any small business without a tax ID or established credit can use their Social Security number, start an account, and get all the perks of a business account. So if you're a one-horse operation, a small business, this is the way to go. Huge for beginning businesses, customers that do crafts, lawn care, online sales, photography, hairdressers, etc. The only requirement, you got to have to show you actually have a small business. That could include a license in that field, website, etc. So that's something else you want to consider. That is, again, called Business with Social Program. But again, for tomorrow, Sprint says thanks. Waiving all upgrade fees for existing customers to activate their handsets tomorrow. Only a $30 value. They're going to wipe that off the slate. 50% off, folks. That's a deal right there. Half off any Samsung Galaxy S8, S8 Plus, or Note 8 for new activations in any Sprint store in the Tri-Cities. And again, that's going on again tomorrow when they say Sprint says thanks. Got my new tablecloth. Says Sprint. I'm all about it. You got Sprint too?
I got Sprint.
Yep. Love
Love
Sprint.
it. I do too.
Now
you need a new phone. Yours is cracked.
It is cracked. Yeah, it is cracked. I dropped it the other day on a Food City parking lot, no less. Maybe I should get Food City. No,
the deals you're getting there, you don't need no help.
Don't need a Food City, no.
Yeah.
Real quick, we're going to get into Tommy. Avery County schools in North Carolina closed. Madison County closed. Mitchell County closed. Carter County schools closing 3 hours early. Unicoi County schools are now closed. Watauga County schools are closed. Got some wintry weather in the mountains here in northeast Tennessee. Here in Kingsport, okay so far. I got a few little flurries flying around. But
I hear we may get some around. When I sit down here, somebody hard told me around 12 o'clock today.
Little flurries, little
yeah,
snow.
let it come on.
Let it come on. There you go. Can't stop it anyway.
Nope.
What a deal we got today. $5 Friday, man. Jump in there and go. Tell me some of these
Well,
specials.
I'll tell you something right off the bat. Just absolutely barn burner on something good here is the $5. We got our pick 5, $19.99. Today only, you can actually get the pick 5 for $14.99. That's in the meat department. There is several mix and match items. We've got pork, chicken, beef items. We've got hamburger. We've got hot dogs. There's just tons of items. Sides that you can mix any 5 items, get them for $14.99 today. Now that's limited 2 per customer today. That is per bag card. That means you could get 10 items for about, $29.98. My math serves me correctly here, plus tax. Well, we do got a lot of great. You mentioned the potatoes earlier. That's a heck of a deal. The fruit or vegetable trays, $5 each. That's great for a party to go to. The Swaggerty sausage, $5. That's another great item. Especially if you roll sausage, that's great. But when you got this box sausage, you can go get you 1 or 2 and fry them up. And Totino's pizza rolls, that's a great item. I love them myself. My kids eat them a lot. I was up there talking to Dave Light. My kids eat a lot of them when they get home from school. Quick item. Paper towels, $5. With and toilet paper, with all the company coming over, you need extra of them. Especially paper towels, Tom. Especially paper towels. The Edwards pies, it's frozen pies. Got a lot of varieties on them. You can buy them now, keep them in the freezer, and thaw them out right at time for your Christmas parties or Christmas dinner. Hidden Valley Ranch dressing, another great item. If you got little ones, we got our Love's jumbo diapers. They're already selling really well, starting right out this morning. Food Club shredded cheese, we use that stuff at my house year round. We go through a ton of that stuff. Drinks, Pepsi's, 3 for $5.
Yeah, 6-pack half-liter bottles, 3 for $5.
So you're looking at you actually can get 2 transactions of that. Now you have to buy them in multiples of 3, but you could get 6 for $10 basically on that, and that'd be your limit for the day per bag card. A sleeper item on here is this Hormel pork fillet. We sampled that here in the store some, and we got a honey mustard one, which is you can look at me and tell I like to eat. But that's probably not one I would have grabbed right out of the gate first. I'm gonna tell you, it's the best one back there. Honey mustard is awesome. It's really good. We got backside of this too. State Fair corn dogs. You can't tell me you ain't sit around the house with them corn dogs. Get you a little bit of mustard. That's good, ain't it? We got our Bluebell ice cream. Great item. Kay's ice cream. Another thing flying off the shelf right now is the variety pack tater chips, $5. Got you candy for you stocking stuffers. Hershey's candy.
A pumpkin pie for $5.
Pumpkin pie for $5.
Couldn't make a pumpkin pie for $5.
No. It kind of comes back to them taters. You can't do it for that.
No, really can't.
We got a ton of good items, and one thing I'll mention on here is before you talk about Tennessee, because that's very important. new coach, but we got Food City Delivers. You can go on the website at Food City. You can go under foodcitydelivers.com. We actually have partnered with a third party, which is Instacart. You can actually go online and place your order and have it delivered. It's a minimal 2-hour window, so if you order at 9, it's going to have to be 11 before you can put it down, or have a set time that you want it delivered to your house. If you purchase more, well, the first time you use it, it's free. Right now there's 59 stores in our company that's participating in that. We are one of them here. Then when you get through, you do that. If it's less than $35, but it's got to be $10 minimal, it's $9.99. If it's more than $35, it's $5.99. Well, just thinking, time you get in your car, drive here. Now, don't get me wrong, we'd like to have you here. But, sometimes, I had back surgery a couple of years ago. It would have been great to have them because I couldn't drive, couldn't get out. So there's no, if you got small kids, which would have been great when mine are older now, but when they was real small, that would have been great and convenient. And, we've had our customers really ask for that, and we've partnered up. It's doing really well, getting a lot of good feedback. Another item we use is a go-kart. That's one where you can go to foodcity.com and make the order everything you need, and you pull up to the way you text or pull up sidewalk, text, let them know you're here at your time, or call, either way, and we'll bring the groceries right out there for you. You could either pay it online or you can pay them when they come out there. So it's very convenient and easy. So we got a lot of different things going on. And right here at the holidays, when there's a time crunch, you know how it is, trying to bounce from here and there and everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
That's a couple of things that we've got this year that we hadn't had in the past. And the go-kart is in 30 stores right now, and that's growing quickly.
Convenience is the name of the game.
It is. We all got a busy life, and that convenience is great.
I want to say hello to Tony Pisano watching the show, Renee McNeil and Elizabeth, and Mike Hedrick in Northern Virginia, Roger Brown, thank you, my friend. We again are talking to my man, the Turtle Man. We're live here again. As we said, we're here live at Food City on Eastman Road in Kingsport. While he's catching his breath here, we got Kevin Harmon coming up in just a second talking Tennessee football. Here's your cash for Christmas. Next Friday, we're giving somebody $100. Share or retweet the show. All you have to do, every time you do it, we're keeping tabs on it. Every time since the 27th through Thursday of next week, we'll announce the winner on Friday. We'll be at Food City in Bluffville. $100 cash winner plus some other multiple prize winners. Every time you share or retweet the show equals one entry. There is no limit on the number of entries you can make, and it has been going great guns, and we thank you for that. And so there we go. That's what's happening right now. And so share or retweet the show and put yourself in the running. Now, right behind us, this is all the paper towels got on sale, right?
Yeah, we got our Simply Done, our paper towels, and our toilet paper. We got them on sale at $5. So you make sure when you're up there, tell Steve I said hi at Blumpville and all the people up there that I think the first time we met, that's actually where I was. So I was there then. That's been a year or 2 or 20 ago.
If you are traveling in North Carolina, I don't know if you can see it on my phone. It's not a real good screen. I'm getting ready to get a better phone. But everything purple from the top of that little green button, which is where I'm at, down is snow. So if you're traveling in Asheville, Boone, Blowing Rock, western North Carolina, got a little snow going on today. It's currently 32 degrees outside. And so I'm trying to pull up the school closings, and I can't. But that's what's going on again here. So Tennessee football, before I let you go, we got Kevin's going to tell us all about it. He's our UT guy. He's going to be joining us next. He's right beside you. He knows Tennessee football. He's got his ear to the ground. Everything I'm reading, everything I'm hearing about, Jeremy Pruitt's a good pick. Everybody likes this guy.
Well, you know me. I'm Tennessee through and through. So what I've read, I've seen nothing negative. So I'm excited about getting a new coach and see who our coaching staff's going to be right along with him. As you know as well as me, supporting staff is very key to that. So I'm excited to learn all of it.
You come back in a little while?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me now.
You are the man.
Thank you.
This guy runs a good store.
Got a good team.
You have a great team. We got the little
Destiny.
Destiny.
Great team, yes.
Destiny's going to come over in a little while with her. Look here, she's already got her Show and tell, ready to go out of the floor department.
Oh, yeah.
She's a good one.
Yes, she is.
Nicole?
We can probably get her up here. They're all great. They all do a great job. You know, they've just been up there doing another thing live on TV and Daytime Tri-Cities. They've been up there doing that. And, yeah, they do a phenomenal job. Like I said, very blessed.
Oh, you are blessed. Good coach surrounds you with good assistant coaches. You're the head coach. That's what Pruitt's going to do, get him some good assistants.
Yep. I'm excited to see who we're going to get. I've seen some names out there, or heard names, but I don't read into any of that until I see it.
There you go.
And hopefully this gentleman to my right can tell me who it's going to be.
Got all the answers.
Yep.
All right, I'll see you in a little while.
Thank you.
Yep, he's our man, Tommy Stanley. We're here live again at Food City on Eastman Road. We'll make the switch and let Kevin get in the seat, get the cans on and ready to go. Sprint Says Thanks. It's a Sprint Says Thanks event going on all day tomorrow. Again, December the 9th, all day tomorrow, waiving all upgrade fees for existing customers that activate their headsets. Free LG G-Pad F2 8-inch tablet for all customers.
Yeah.
50% off all Samsung Galaxy S8,
I think
S8 Plus, or Note 8 for new activations. Sprint will buy out your current contract with your current carrier to switch you over. $300 off an iPhone 8, 8 Plus, or iPhone X with an eligible trade-in. Sprint Says Thanks. Brand new sponsor of the show. We love it. Thank you, Sprint. And so we've got my man ready to go here. He's in the house, and there he is, Kevin Harmon, Tennessee Football Update. We're live here again at Food City on Eastman Road in Kingsport. Again, we've got the very latest on what's going on in the world of sports. Got all kinds of college basketball. We've got college football. Big game coming up tomorrow, probably in the snow, Army-Navy. The traditional military game, of course, between the Army.
What time is that game?
I'll double check here in a second. It's in the afternoon. It's going to be snowing.
I like the way they do that. They put it on last game of the year.
Sure. Showcase it.
Yep. And it's worth the watch. It's worth the watch.
Which weight you lost?
20 pounds.
Yeah, looking good. Ripped and buffed.
Ripped and buffed. That's right.
Chick magnet.
Yoga.
Yoga, baby. My man Kevin Harmon.
Yoga does it.
Tennessee Football Update. Got us some man. Tell me about Jeremy Pruitt and his staff. What's going on?
Well, he's still solidifying his staff, and I think it's something that's going to throw somewhat of a wrench into it. He's going to stay with Alabama through the playoffs, so he's got double duty. He's actually hosting weekend visitors at UT this weekend, and he's made a lot of offers to mainly defensive players to get them in here and sell them on Tennessee and sell them on the Vision. Right now, what we know is he has Will Friend from Colorado State is going to be your offensive line coach. And they go back from the Alabama days and Georgia days. Terry Fair is going to be your defensive backs coach. Former Vol, played with Peyton Manning, punt returner and cornerback, and so he'll be your defensive backs coach. Kevin Shearer is the rumored defensive coordinator. He is at Georgia right now coaching linebackers. He and Pruitt know each other from way back. There's a guy named Tosh Lapoe from Alabama who's also a linebackers coach. So I hear it's between those two to be the defensive coordinator, but looks like quite a upgrade. And the rumor on the offensive coordinator is Brian Enos from Arkansas, who runs a power set. So Tennessee will go back under center, actually have a tailback and a fullback. Which is, the old style traditional football. And so you need more of a drop back type passer. You don't need a dual threat, even though dual threat can run that. So it looks like, to me, Pruitt seems to be going back to the basics, fundamentals of Tennessee football, which is what he plays and preaches. He seems to be, I watched his press conference, he seems to be a no-nonsense kind of guy. We've played against him a lot. He's always had good defenses. And it's a real change from what we had to what we have now, and I think it's a very refreshing change. And it seems like all the players, all of the former Vols, and a lot of the administrators are really behind Pruitt. And you have to really give Phil Fulmer a lot of credit. This thing was going south in a hurry, and Dr. Davenport. And she stepped in when she had to. She made the call to bring Curry back, and then give the athletic directorship to Phil Fulmer. And Fulmer did a due diligence and went out and found the guy that he thought could bring Tennessee football back to prominence. He's been a part of 3 national championships. it really looks like a lot of upside. And people say, well, we want to establish head coach, but you look at some of the established head coaches now, and they all started as coordinators. Mark Rick at Miami came from Florida State as the offensive coordinator, went to Georgia. Philip Fulmer was the coordinator. He went to Tennessee and did well. So there's a lot of coaches out there that got their start from an offensive coordinator, going to a Power 5 school, and succeeded. So this is not unheard of. Most of your really, really, really good coaches are staying put. They're not, Urban Meyer's not going anywhere. Nick Saban's not going anywhere. Mullen went back to Florida because that's where he's from. So,
Well,
go ahead.
Here's the key to what you were saying. We're talking to Kevin Armour live here at Food City on Eastman Road in Kingsport. By the way, Pruitt's 43 agreed to a 6-year deal, paying him $3.8 million annually, plus benefits such as an expense allowance, which is kind of standard. Will spend this month working on his new job while also maintaining his status as Alabama's defensive coordinator through the college football playoff. Said he would focus on boosting a Tennessee recruiting class that has been decimated by recent defections. When the dead period in the recruiting calendar arrives December the 18th, Pruitt can turn his attention to Alabama. Philip Fulmer said he didn't mind the fact that Pruitt was still working with Alabama through the playoffs. He said Pruitt's playoff presence would showcase Tennessee's program's good free publicity for Tennessee, and I agree. The thing I like about this guy, you mentioned it, he's been around 3 national championship teams. Winning is contagious. He knows
how to
what it's going to take to get where Tennessee needs to get to the top of the mountain for a national championship. That's the part I like. He's around folks that have been successful. He's been successful himself, and so just a matter of putting the staff together to make that happen.
Exactly right. You look at Kirby Smart, struggled his first year, his second year. Of course, he's very senior laden. These are a lot of Mark Rick recruits, but he's absolutely set lights out. They have a solid defense, a solid offense. Mel Tucker was rumored to have a shot at the job, and actually I heard the Haslams wanted Mel Tucker, but Fulmer went with Pruitt. So, Kirby Smart's another one. He came from a defensive coordinator at Alabama. He's done well at Georgia. Will probably continue to do well. He recruits very well. And that's one thing that Pruitt has, is he has a lot of enthusiasm over recruiting, and he gets out there and he makes it done and he gets players to fit his system. So, looking forward to it.
All right, so a couple of questions. Number one, you mentioned the Haslams.
Right.
Is there going to be, do you feel like, a power struggle internally? Fulmer and what he wants and the Haslams what they want. Obviously, up to this point, it's very obvious they have had a big, to say.
They've had big influence.
Big influence. Good way to put it. On the Tennessee Athletic Department. Does that go away? Is there going to be an internal power struggle? What do you think?
Well, I think with Philip Fulmer in charge, that he can stand up and make his own decision, which he did with the head coach.
And Curry didn't.
And Curry did not.
Okay.
And Curry was handpicked by Haslam. And, they've got their own issues. And I think they'll still be prominent. I mean, you can't deny what the dad did. He was a center on the 51 football team. I mean, even though he's up there in age, you have to respect his time at Tennessee. And I know both of his sons, and you got the governor, and he's rumored to be the next president if he doesn't run for Senate of Tennessee. So I think they'll be involved, but I think that you have two guys now. You got Fulmer and you got Pruitt, who's going to do it the way that they believe will get it done, and not kowtow to any type of outside influence of people who've never played at this level. And Jimmy Haslam, little Jim, has never played at this level, and you need that level of extra. If you go back and look at Tennessee's history, every championship trophy that we have, we had a football guy in charge of the athletic department, a guy who had either played at Tennessee or Doug Dickey, who had coached at Tennessee. So they're all Tennessee guys. And General Neyland was hired by Nathan Daughtry, who was a big time player back in the early 1900s at Tennessee. And then Neyland, of course, and you had Woodruff and Dickey. And Woodruff played for Neyland, so you got Tennessee guys. Now you got the Tennessee guys back in the fold, and I think that makes everybody feel more comfortable, because when you have an outsider kind of running your program, you just don't feel that they have the same kind of passion. And I'm a Tennessee grad, got a kid there, and I have a lot of passion for my school. I believe in my school, and I want to see it do well. And I know from talking with retailers that when Tennessee does well, sales improve.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's a big deal. And people talk about salaries and. They're really bumping up the salary structure for assistants and for staff. Outside of assistants, you add a 10 assistant this year. When you look at what Alabama has done and the model that they have set, and I don't know if they even thought about this when they did it, but when they paid Saban $5 million, people were up in arms. But he's increased enrollment. Enrollment has not quadrupled, but it's increased greatly at the University of Alabama. They're giving more scholarships to out-of-state students, so they're getting kids to come into the state from the states of Tennessee and the surrounding areas. So it's improved their school. Their test scores are better, their grades are better, they're putting out better kids, and they're getting more enrollment. And it's all because of the football team. It's that publicity that you get out there. Appalachian State, when they beat Michigan, their enrollment jumped 25%.
I can go back even further when Doug Flutie had that Hail Mary pass for Boston College and beat, I guess it was Stanford?
Miami.
Beat Miami, thank you. Whenever he threw the pass, they call it still in Boston College history.
Oh, yeah.
Because of all the exposure. They ran that thing over about 5,000 times, replayed it. Enrollment actually went up for the school because of the exposure that Boston College got as a football program, and the school benefited. So, yeah, you're right. Question number 2. We're talking to Kevin Harmon. We're here live again. Coming up top of the hour, we'll get some very latest from NASCAR. Big news coming out of NASCAR. We'll tell you about that coming up here in just a second, or in a few minutes, I should say. But question number 2 for you is recruits. Can we get them back?
Well, that could be a tough sell. You're going to get some new recruits in. The Copeland kid out of Florida has already said that Tennessee's now back on his list. He's the number 1 wide receiver in the country. Pruitt was his primary recruiter to Alabama, and the guy really likes Jeremy Pruitt and is excited as a head recruit. So I think we'll get some recruits. The big one is Cade Mays. I mean, we really need to get him back. You had Trey Smith, who's all-SEC freshman, second-team All-American as a freshman. So you anchor the line with him and Cade Mays, and you got a line set for the future. So I believe that's the one I really want back. I believe that this year may be kind of a struggle because of the early signing period, but I believe that he'll get a good class in, and I think next year you'll really see it take off. So we'll get on some kids that we weren't in on before because of Pruitt, but we're going to lose some kids who lost interest in Tennessee because of all the hubbub.
So before I let you go, Destiny's waiting in the wings to sell us some flowers.
She's been here forever, hasn't she?
Oh, yeah. A, B, C, or D?
That's my house.
Now?
Yeah, right before I came over here, I took that picture.
Just a dusting.
Yeah.
Just a dusting. I don't know where fall went.
A,
B, C, or D? Jeremy Pruitt.
I think that's an A play. I think considering what Tennessee went through, all the embarrassment, everybody turning them down, you really didn't know what was going on. Mm-hmm. To a systematic approach, interviewing a football guy, interviewing football men, you cannot help but think that Tennessee hit a home run based on everything that had gone on to that point. I think they made a really good hire, and they saved themselves from just hiring somebody just to be hiring them like we did with Dooley and Jones. So I believe you never know, but you want to feel that we've turned the corner a little bit here, and you got a guy that knows how to win at the highest level who's been a part of that. So you got to feel pretty good about the hire. I know from talking to my son and the feeling on campus is that it's a great hire and it's really energized the campus. The basketball team has too. They got a big game. I got a ticket yesterday, Carolina.
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday, I'll be there. Just what you'll pay me to do. I mean, you pay me to go to these games.
Yeah, I do. And then you report back.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, that's exciting. So it's an exciting time on campus, which is what you need. Those kids need to feel energized. So I think it's an A hire. I'm all behind it. And go Big Orange and roll balls. Roll balls. So
there you go.
It's going to be hard to pull for Alabama, but I will because of Pruitt.
Roll balls.
Roll balls.
Good job, my friend.
You're welcome.
Yep. Our buddy Kevin Harmon with us again live here. We are, again, as we said, at Food City. Brand new sponsor, Sprint's on board. We say thanks, and they say thanks tomorrow. Again, check out these tomorrow. Every customer gets a free LG G-Pad F2 8-inch tablet. All customers tomorrow. 50% off, half price off any Samsung Galaxy S8, S8 Plus, or Note 8 for new activations. Half price tomorrow. That's really strong.
They'll be crowded.
Oh, baby. $300 off iPhone 8, 8 Plus, and iPhone X with an eligible trade-in tomorrow. These are all Sprint stores. Of course, we build one in North Johnson City on Roan Street. This is for all the Sprint stores around the region. They're waiving all the upgrade fees tomorrow, which is a $30 value. That's gone when you upgrade for existing customers. And then, as we said, from today through Sunday, any customer that adds a line or any customer that switches to Sprint will earn a $50 gift card for each of their line of service added. So it's a no-brainer. Sprint says thanks, a brand new sponsor here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Quick break, we'll be right back. She's here. We go from the beast to the beauty. She's in the house. She's Destiny, and she's talking flowers and candles next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications, in 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE Master Technicians here. With the ratio, goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop. So it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we go from the beast, Kevin, to the beauty. Destiny Ferguson, Food City Floral Manager. Good morning, Sunshine. How are you?
Good morning. You ready for my word?
Yes.
I'm fantabulous.
You're fantabulous.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that, yeah. Look up in the camera and tell them you're fantabulous.
I'm fantabulous.
There you go. All right. She's ready to roll out of the Florida department. Well, let's start with, we're going to do show and tell.
Yeah.
Coming up next, we've got NASCAR. We've got college basketball. And we've got also the National Hockey League, Major League Baseball, and some college football. Got some more coaching changes. We'll tell you about that coming up in a moment, but we're here at Food City on Eastman Road. Show and tell. What is this, young
All
lady?
right, that's our Christmas cactus.
Okay.
So it's our most popular item. It'll start at $3.99. So if you're going to a party, stop and get one of these. It'll grow back every year.
Now, does it grow indoors, outdoors? How do we make this go?
You indoor pot it, so you're going to put it in a bigger pot each year, and it grows outward and not upward.
But you keep it indoors?
Uh-huh.
Okay. What does it need? Like a poinsettia stays in the dark or not?
Stays in the dark during the summer, stays in the light during the winter, and it'll bloom every Christmas.
There you go. The blooms are there. $3.99.
$3.99. That's
right?
it.
Indoor cactus.
Mm-hmm.
Big hit.
Yes. Don't have to water it a lot. My kind of flower.
All right.
Okay.
Exhibit number 2.
All right. So this is our cypress tree. So what
Okay.
you're going to do with that is you're going to take it outside after Christmas when it warms up a little bit. You're going to plant it in the ground. Make sure it's mulched really well. And every year it's going to grow bigger and bigger. So you have a new tradition. You're going to go outside and decorate your own Christmas tree in your front yard.
$19.99.
Yes.
There he goes. This is a Leland cypress.
It's an European cypress.
European cypress.
Yes.
Okay. It grows fast.
Softer.
It does grow fast.
Yes.
And it'll grow tall and wide, right?
Tall and wide.
Okay.
Yep.
And so you got these for $19.99, correct?
Yep.
All right. That is exhibit
B.
That is nice. I like the exhibit B.
I know.
Exhibit
I love
number
it.
2. Yep. All right.
All right.
Then we have,
So our second most popular flower that we sell is the Christmas poinsettia.
there you go.
So those start at $3.99. So we have the small ones for $3.99. The larger ones are on sale for $5.99 only until Tuesday. So come in and get them this week.
This would be a, what is the size?
Poinsettia. Oh, that's a 6-inch.
6-inch.
Mhm.
So this is a large.
That's a medium.
This is $3.99.
No, that one's $5.99 this
$5.99.
week.
Okay, I'm
yeah.
sorry. Go ahead.
And then the large ones are $19.99. So these right here, every leaf that you see that's green, it will eventually turn red before Christmas.
Really?
So you'll have the whole thing will be red.
So this is $5.99.
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay. Now, how do we properly take care of a poinsettia after Christmas? Put them in the dark.
Yeah, and water it.
Water.
Water it really, really well. It has to stay really well hydrated.
Okay. There we go. $5.99 for that. You can see how big that is.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people come in and get these for churches, just to give to people.
Yep.
Just to give as gifts. I know some people do it for churches and they honor people or memory of by giving poinsettias. So now, do you say poinsettia or poinsettia?
I say poinsettia. I'm from Tennessee.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Use some Tennessee poinsettia. All right.
All right.
Now, this is one of my. I love all that. This is probably my favorite. Is
Yeah.
the candles here at Swan Creek. She's going to tell me that some candles are full of filler and these aren't. Correct?
Nope. The whole entire thing burns.
Me oh my.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Smells
what?
good enough to eat, don't it?
Warm cinnamon buns.
It's our most popular scent.
Is it really?
Yes.
Across the board.
Across the board.
So I thought the apple scent would be more or a vanilla scent. So the warm cinnamon buns. This is it.
All year long.
Wow. Can you smell that? Man,
It smells so good.
Oh, you can't smell it on the camera, but wow, you just take it and just kind of rub it on you. It's like salve. And how much do these go for?
Those are $10.99.
$10.99. How long do they burn?
I can burn mine for up to a month before it's all gone.
It's in a Kerr jar, mason jar, Kerr jar. These are at all food cities, by the way, not just here. Swan Creek Candle Company. How many different, now do you call them fragrances, scents? What would you call them?
I call them scents.
Scents. How many do you think is over there?
We have over 50.
Over 50 cents. There we go. I love it. This is the warm cinnamon bun. It burns for how long?
I burn it up to a month, and I burn mine like once every day, every 2 days.
This is what you have in your home?
If I have candles, this is what I have.
Yeah.
But I have about 4 or 5 warmers in my house.
Oh, really?
And so I have these constantly.
This is called Candy Cane Cappuccino.
Yes, that's one of our Christmas scents, and that's one of our most popular Christmas scents in the warm.
So how many of these do you put in a burner?
One.
One little.
And I only change it once every week and a half to 2 weeks.
So it'll burn, you turn it off, go to work, come back,
Mhm.
and the scent stays
Yep.
with it.
Yep, and flip it on again. And I have one in my living room, and you can smell it throughout the whole entire bottom layer of my house.
Wow.
Yeah,
So Candy Cane, how many different scents of these do you have?
over 50.
Over 50
I
as
think
well.
we have more candles than we do the warmers, but we have a lot of them.
Now, before you go, I want to get this here because she can tell me all about these too. Here are
Yeah.
the tabletop arrangements, floor arrangements. There we go. The Thanksgiving up top. You can still use it for Christmas. There are the 2 Christmas ones on the bottom. You can go to foodcity.com and see them much better. And I'm trying to wiggle this magazine around to tell you, but there are some other floral pieces that you'd want for the holidays.
So what you're going to do is you're just going to call me, tell me how much you want to spend, and then I'll make your centerpiece just for your price range.
Or then go online and do it too, right?
You can go online and do
At
it.
any
Yep.
food city.
Yes.
So, now tomorrow is Holiday Open House.
Yes.
What is going on tomorrow here at Holiday Open House in the Florida Department?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so you're going to come by and see me, and you're going to buy a poinsettia.
Okay.
You're going to place your order for a Christmas centerpiece.
Okay.
All right, and then you're going to go around the whole entire store and get lots of samples of goodies. We have cakes, and we're going to have, I think we're going to sample a little bit of prime rib back there in the meat department too. So
this is going on tomorrow.
Yeah, 11 to 4. We're going to eat really good.
At all Food Cities, holiday open house, going to be some giveaways, lots of sampling of foods. I think some of the different stores may have some music coming in, some folks singing, I was told. So it's going to be very festive. The weather's going to be perfect for this kind of event. It's going to be cold tomorrow.
Really cold.
Pushing the Christmas mood. Have you got your shopping done?
No.
Have you bought mine yet?
Yes, you were the first one I bought.
Can you give me a little hint?
It's better than last year.
Last year was pretty good. So better than last year.
Yeah, you think I can top it?
Probably not. No, last year was pretty good. It rocked. So, anyway, this is our buddy Destiny Ferguson. So, cactuses. Let's run them through one more time. Show them before we take off.
Christmas cactus.
Got NASCAR coming up next. Christmas cactus. Okay, for $3.99.
European cypress.
I like this European cypress.
I love it. So soft.
Yep, it is soft. That's different than I've got Leland cypress in my yard, so that's different.
Love it.
Okay, $19.99.
And most definitely come and get your decorations. So your poinsettias.
Poinsettias. There we go. Awesome. Good stuff. And this one's $5.99.
$5.99 this week only.
6-inch red poinsettia. Red the only color? You got other colors?
No, we have colors. We have white, and then we've got a kind of like a yellow, and then we have a yellow-orange mix, and then we have a coral.
Very good. Can't beat it. Who you listen to now, music-wise?
I'm still in love with Brett Young. Yeah.
Brett Young.
Yeah. I told you that's who I was going to marry, right? Did I tell you that?
Last time I was here.
Yeah,
Any
so in case he's watching, no updates yet.
No updates?
No.
He
hasn't called me yet.
He hasn't reached out and talked to you yet?
Not yet. You think you can do a little something for me?
Probably. I can make that work. Talk to old Brett. I call him BY.
Oh, is that so? Okay.
BY, you need to call and talk to DF. She needs you, and you need her. BY and DF. You need each other.
That's right.
There you go. Would you'd marry him in a heartbeat? Don't even know the guy.
No, he sings to me, through his music, so I think he kind of already knows me.
He knows you because y'all touched that chord.
Yeah, I'm sure he's just a little shy.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you can bring it out of him because you are definitely shy.
I'm definitely shy.
Oh, yeah, you're introvert all the way here with this girl. All right.
Okay.
Eat some taters. She's a sweetie. We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back. We'll go from this young lady talking flowers and candles in Food City. We'll go to Northern Virginia, talk NASCAR. My man Mike Hedrick, our weekly report, and he'll join us next live from Northern Virginia here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
It's model year closeout with gym employee pricing and 20% off on 17 models at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. It's a great time to take advantage of closeout savings on our selection of over 300 Chevys to choose from. 17 1500 work truck, $23,995. 17 track, $17,548. 17 cruise, $16,488. 17 spark, $10,950. 17 Malibu, $18,985. Closeout savings, Saturday parts and service hours, and shopping online 24/7 will leave you asking, how do they do that?
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now, some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import and Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
We are back live again. Let's go to the phone. He's there, our buddy Mike Hedrick, the NASCAR fans reporter. We're live here at Food City on Eastman Road in Kingsport on this Food City Friday. And good afternoon, my friend in Northern Virginia. Are you in a blizzard? Any kind of snow up there in Northern Virginia right now? Is everything okay?
Well, I think we're going to be okay here in Northern Virginia. They're talking about just a little bit of snow tomorrow morning, but it's supposed to warm up. So, no, I'm not freaking out and loading up with a bunch of bread and milk and everything just yet, but I think we're going to be okay. But, hey, it's wintertime. This happens this time every year, Tom.
You got it. It's supposed to be happening. The guy came in and said, God, it's so cold out there. I said, it's December. It's supposed to be cold. So, anyway, he's our NASCAR fans reporter. Big news involving the king, Richard Petty. What's going on?
Well, it is big news because this is a manufacturer change. Richard Petty Motorsports has announced it is going to switch over from Ford over to Chevy, and which is great for them because they're going to actually have an alliance with RCR, Richard Childress Racing, which ties into this next story. You know, that's huge to change from one manufacturer to another. There's a lot that has to go on, and Richard Petty, we know, is just a one-car team. We also know that Richard Petty has sold their shop earlier this year here. So it looks like it's going to tie in with kind of Richard Childress Racing growing a little bit. They've added Andy Petrie in as a vice president of competition, and they're going to open up one of their car team spots or one of their warehouses from one of the teams that they don't have anymore. So you're actually going to see Richard Petty Motorsports operating kind of under the umbrella of the Richard Childress Racing, which would actually be kind of iconic that you would have two numbers, the number 43 and the number 3, kind of coming out from the same garage. Two separate teams, two separate identities, but really under the same roof.
We're talking to our buddy Mike Hedrick, the NASCAR fans reporter. It really is cool to have those two in the same stable, if you will. Danica, it's official, no ride for next year. Tell me about it.
Yeah, we're learning from Kicking the Tires, which I read on J-Ski, that Danica actually does not going to have a ride. We'd heard that she had a plan that she was planning to drive the Daytona 500 in the NASCAR series, and she was also going to drive the Indianapolis 500 in the Indy series. She was going to kind of partner up with Chip Ganassi in that. It all just kind of fell apart. It wound up being one of those things where, you know, a deal has to scratch both people on the back, and Chip Ganassi just said that it really didn't work out for him. He thinks that, you know, she's going to be driving out, but it didn't look like it was going to work out with him. So right now it doesn't look like Danica does have a ride at all. And it's not surprising. We actually, if you think back when we were watching last weekend out to the award ceremonies, she was absent. She actually wasn't even there, so maybe she didn't want the question. Stenhouse Jr. was there, but Danica was absent, so maybe she kind of heard about this in a little bit. So it's kind of sad. She's been great for NASCAR. She's a great driver. I mean, if you can hang and qualify right with those 40 or 36 other guys right there, you're a top driver, whether you're in the sport or out of the sport. So it's sad that she doesn't have that ride next year.
We're talking to her, absolutely. I think if she could ever had some success as a female driving, I think that would have really helped NASCAR. And I think if they ever have a young lady come along that can be competitive, win some races, you know, race in the top 10 or 15 every week or every other week or whatever, I think it'll really help the female fan base in NASCAR. What do you think?
Well, I think there's a lot of young women, young ladies, young girls that actually are driving, that are coming up into your dirt series and into your oval tracks, and even driving in your truck series and in your Xfinity. You'll see some drivers that are in there that are female. Jennifer Jo Cobb is one that comes to mind. Not only is she a driver, but a team owner. And you also see young females coming up into NASCAR's diversity program. So I think young ladies are being inspired. I think a steering wheel is a great equalizer. I think that there's no reason in the world I can imagine why a young lady couldn't compete just as equally with the guys behind the steering wheel.
I would agree wholeheartedly. We're talking to our buddy again. That would be Mike Hedrick, the NASCAR fans reporter. And an interesting story of Jimmy Johnson. You know, he did not do well. He didn't do where he wanted to, didn't end up and do what he wanted to do, rather, for 2017. Whole new approach. He said last year we kind of laid back and enjoyed the championship and kind of kicked back and this and that. He said this year, totally different. We're taking a different approach, get back into where we need to be. And so Jimmy Johnson, the offseason is not really the offseason for he and Chad Ganales and the team. They are very much getting back. They want to get back to where they were before, so thought that was an interesting way to look at this thing. It's last year it says I'm skiing, getting my young daughters up on snowboards, enjoying the good times. And this season he said, totally different. We're going to buckle down and get back to work now for 2018. Thought that was an interesting quote from clearly one of the all-time greats, if not the greatest, Jimmy Johnson. What do you think?
Well, it is time for a change for him. And, Jimmy, I know that you're listening and you're watching the Tom Taylor Sports Show here. So besides buckling down with Chad Canals and getting back in the books and behind the wheel, you're going to have to shave the beard there, Jimmy. I know it's tough. You've been wearing it for a little bit. But I think to get back on the winning streak there, Jimmy Johnson, because I know you're listening to the Tom Taylor Sports Show, you're going to have to shave the beard.
There you go. He's won 83 races, 7 Cup championships. He has won a race in every 16 full Cup seasons he's been in. He's won multiple races every year, and he has 222 top 5 finishes. So he wants to get back to where he was, and so it's pedal to the metal, getting ready now for 2018. Mike Hedrick, when you go to Bristol Motor Speedway, there's lots of different ways to watch a race from a lot of different angles, a lot of different places. Tell me about it.
You know, and I think I'm probably I always claim that I'm the luckiest fan in the history of Bristol Motor Speedway, that I came in as a fan reporter. But actually, when I went back and started looking at it, I've actually had the chance to watch races from a lot of different places. And there have been, I've watched them from the seats and from the luxury suites, and I've watched them from the pit road party zone, and I've watched them from the Apex there at Bristol, and even the old smoky roof there in Turn 4. So I'd like to tell you guys, if you got a minute, just a little bit about each one of them.
Go ahead. Fire away.
All right, well, we know that Christmas is coming up, ladies, and all the guys, you know, they want to upgrade all of your tickets and everything, but they're afraid that you're going to think that they're being selfish. So, ladies, I'm telling you to go out there and upgrade everybody. I started off watching races at Bristol Motor Speedway like everybody else. I watch them in the stands. There's the Kulwicki Terrace. Now, the best part about watching from in the seats is you're part of the 160,000 fans. I mean, you can just feel the emotion of everybody. From right there in any seat that you're at, you can see everything. You can see the opening ceremonies, you can see the flyovers, you can see the race, you can see Colossus and its 255,000 watts of sound, and you barely even have to turn your head because everything is just laid out right there in front of you. It's quick to get into and it's quick to get out of. You're out there in the weather a little bit, but every fan should start off watching races right there in the last great Coliseum, right there from a seat, whether it's up there in the Kulwicki Terrace like I did or just anywhere in the seat.
Absolutely. That's a good place to start it. All right, what's next?
Well, then, if you can upgrade while we're still on the outside out there, if you can upgrade a little bit, there's a lot of options in your suites. They call them luxury suites, but they're really affordable. They're very nice. If you haven't been up, you kind of look up there, the luxury climate-controlled. They're the glassed-in skyboxes when you're looking up kind of behind you. They really have the best view of what's going on in the race. They treat you great. You got an elevator ride up and down. You have VIP treatment everywhere you go. Now, the different suites can be a little bit different and offer different things. Some of them have driver appearances. Some of them give you gift bags and have games and prizes. Other ones can give you track tours and kind of pre-race tours. There's catering in most of them, and you can get some drinks and waters and sodas. Most of your suites are going to be a 2-day pass, so you can enjoy all of the great racing there all that weekend. Now, those are really great if you're a couple or you have a family, you want to keep everybody together. They're great for business and associates. The very best one that they have of the suite packages, They call it the chairman's experience. That would be like everything you would get if you were owner Bruton Smith would get. You get the finest suite. You get the on-call golf cart. You get to go down and watch some of the race from the old smoky roof, which we'll tell you about in a little bit. Tom, you get a 20-minute massage, and then you get to go down to Victory Lane after the race.
Can't beat that. That's good. It's all good at Bristol Motor Speedway. In fact, we'll talk about that in just a second, where you can buy your tickets for the spring race and the fall race right here at any and all Food Cities. So what other places can we see some great racing at Bristol Motor Speedway?
Hey, well, let's go down on the infield. And my very favorite spot that I've been to the last 5 years, they call it the Pit Road Party Zone. Now, this is a one-day pass. This is just for Cup Day. And it's got to be my all-time favorite fan experience that I've ever had there at Bristol Motor Speedway. I've been there 5 years and 10 races right in a row. You see the same fans coming back over and over. Now, it's on the infield, and it's an all-inclusive, members-only area right there on Pit Road. Now, there's reserve seating that's high up behind the pit boxes, and they give you your very own fan vision. Now, it comes with cold passes for the pit road, so you can walk around all day, check out all your favorite drivers. You can go over and check out the pre-race concert. You can check out the driver announcements as they have there, or the drivers as they come across right there. Now, inside there, you've got catered meals, you've got luxury bathrooms, you've got music going on all day, and you get driver appearances. I do interviews with drivers, and not just, not just truck drivers or Xfinity drivers. We've had Richard Petty down there. We've had Bobby Allison and Brad Keselowski and Rusty Wallace and Jeff Hammond and many more. Now, the best thing is that about the whole thing is once you come through the tunnel and you get down there, everything is right there. Your whole day of running around on pit road, of seeing the race, of watching it, experiencing everything, you're right there at home. And you get to have me down there with you down at the Pit Road Party Zone. And I'm there to answer kind of any questions that you might have and to make sure it's the very best Bristol Motor experience that you can have.
There you go. Mike Hedrick, the NASCAR Fans Report. You're going to join us on Monday as well. Is that correct?
Yep, I'm going to come back, and hey, I want to leave you on one last thing. A local boy around here, I want to give him a big shout-out. A local guy named Michael Diaz, or Mason Diaz, is a young driver that runs around, drives down to North Carolina. Last night at the NASCAR Awards ceremony in Charlotte for 2017, he was awarded Rookie of the Year for both the state of North Carolina and the state of Florida. I think that's a really big deal. That's a young driver. He's 17 years old. His name is Mason Diaz. His father, Michael Diaz, is a good friend of mine. He's just from a few miles away from. So bravo for him. Great job.
Absolutely. Great job. Great report as always. You're awesome. Again, Screen Taters, and I'll see you Monday, all right? Talk to you Monday.
Green Taters, go Navy, beat Army.
There you go. Our buddy Mike Hedrick joining us live from Northern Virginia here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We thank him so very much. And so let's take a look at some sports. We want to get some in. Again, want to remind you can buy your tickets for the Food City 500 coming up in the spring on April the 15th. It's going to be here before you know it. Also, the tickets for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, the Fitzgerald Glider Kids 300, and the Food City 300 in August. Those tickets are $30 here at any Food City for adults, free for kids 12 and under. Still got to have a ticket, but the tickets are free. Food City 500 on that Sunday coming to town, $50 for adults, $10 for kids right here again at Food City, all Food Cities. And also the Bass Pro Shop NRA Night Race in the fall, a $60 ticket from right here at Food City, and $10 for kids 12 and under. All tickets will be reserved seating selected by the staff at Bristol Motor Speedway and emailed prior to race week. And so here's the new catch for this. When you buy your tickets here at Food City, you'll earn 500 additional value points per ticket for your Food City value card. How about that? Each ticket purchased at Food City, earning you 500 additional value points on your Food City value card and are redeemable to save on fuel and groceries. So you need 150 points to get the discount on gas. So you can get, if you buy one ticket, you get 3 gas visits. Well, I got it figured. Let's see, 150, you get 500 points. You get 150 points, you get a gas visit, reduced gas visit. So, yeah, you're talking, absolutely. It's 3 free gas visits when you stop and get your tickets here at Food City, again, for the spring race and for the fall race. So can't beat that. That is huge savings, obviously, and that is a good thing. Let's take a look at college football. Tomorrow, the Army-Navy game will be kickoff at 3 o'clock at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Army 8-3, Navy 6-5. Of course, snow in the forecast for tomorrow's game. little or if any accumulation is expected. And so temperatures in the low to mid 30s, wind chills even colder. So Army Navy tomorrow 3 o'clock in Philadelphia. Army 8-3, the midshipmen 6-5. That one going on again in Philadelphia. More NASCAR news. NASCAR and Whelen Engineering announcing a multi-year extension to continue its entitlement sponsorship of the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour and the NASCAR Whelen Euro Series through 2024. Also, Whelen will extend its designation as the official warning lights of NASCAR. That came yesterday, some NASCAR news. Joe Gibbs Racing announcing that Rheem will sponsor Christopher Bell and Ryan Preece at the NASCAR Xfinity Series in 2018. The Rheem, a 10-year NASCAR sponsor, will have NASCAR's 2017 Camping World Truck Series champion Christopher Bell at the wheel for 23 races in the number 20 Toyota Camry, and breakthrough sensation Ryan Preece at the number 18 Toyota Camry for 10 races. So Rheem with Joe Gibbs Racing for next year. College football. Mike Riley just can't stay away from Oregon State. 3 years after moving on to Nebraska after 2 stops as the head coach of the Beavers, Riley going back home to Oregon State as an assistant head coach without an actual position assignment under first-year coach Jonathan Smith. So Mike Riley leaving or got fired by Nebraska when replaced with Scott Frost. He's going back to be the assistant head coach of the Oregon State Beavers. Well, I'm sitting out up here in the front. You can tell the temperature's falling because it's getting colder outside. It's snowing? No, not snowing, but it is getting colder. So that's what's going on there. Last night, football awards in college football. Maxwell Award, Player of the Year in college football, Baker Mayfield, Oklahoma. The Walter Camp Award, Player of the Year, Baker Mayfield, Oklahoma. The Home Depot Award for the Coach of the Year, Scott Frost of Central Florida. The Davey O'Brien Award for the best quarterback, Baker Mayfield, Oklahoma. The Lou Groza Award for the best place kicker in college football, Matt Gay, Utah. The Dick Butkus Award for the best linebacker in college football, Roquan Smith from Georgia. The Doak Walker Award, the best running back, Bryce Love of Stanford. He is one of the Heisman Trophy candidates, along with Baker Mayfield, along with Lamar Jackson from Louisville. They'll make that announcement this weekend in New York. The Freddie Biletnikoff, who's been on this show, by the way. The Freddie Biletnikoff Award for the best wide receiver college football, James Washington of Oklahoma State. The John Mackey Award for the best tight end, Mark Andrews of Oklahoma. And the Outland Trophy for the best interior lineman went to Houston's Ed Oliver. 2 more, the Bronco Nagurski Trophy for the Defensive Player of the Year, Bradley Chubb of North Carolina State. And the Danny Warfel Trophy for the player that best exemplifies community service went to Courtney Love of Kentucky. So congratulations, all those guys in college football winning those individual awards from yesterday and last night. What else happening? Let's switch to Major League Baseball. Seattle Mariners made a creative deal yesterday, acquiring second baseman Dee Gordon and international bonus money from the Miami Marlins in exchange for 3 prospects. This would be the intent to get Shohei Ohtani onto their staff. They now have over $3.5 million to spend to get Ohtani to come play for the Mariners. Ohtani's decision will have to be made by December the 23rd. Could come at any time, but they're trying very much to get Ohtani. Also, Baltimore getting a lot of looks for Manny Machado. He's a free agent next winter, and so a lot of teams are talking to them right now in the offseason about him coming to be play baseball for them for 2018. But again, Manny Machado, a free agent, and again, we'll see where he ends up, if anywhere, or does he stay with the Orioles for 2018. Hard to believe we're talking 2018, but we are. Heisman Trophy, Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, Bryce Love. Lamar Jackson winning it last year. Baker Mayfield looks like would be the front runner to get this. Then Bryce Love, running back of Stanford, and Lamar Jackson of Louisville would appear to be the 3 candidates that looks like are going to be they are the 3 candidates, and it looks like Baker Mayfield may be the guy that's going to get the Heisman Trophy based on everything else he won last night and the other awards handed out in college football. Before we go to the break, top 25 college basketball last night. Only one game to tell you about. Number 21 Purdue defeats Valparaiso by 30, 80-50. Tonight, 2 top 25 games. You have 16th ranked Arizona State at 7-0, taking on St. John's at 6-1 in Arizona. Good ball game there. It is also 25th ranked Southern Cal entertaining Oklahoma. The Sooners are 6-1 in basketball. Southern Cal, 25th ranked team, 4-2. That's a 10:30 tip-off tonight in Los Angeles, Southern Cal. Also last night, NBA basketball. Your winners in the NBA, you had the Lakers over Philadelphia by 3. Washington beat Phoenix by 10. Brooklyn knocks off Oklahoma City by 5. And Houston goes to 19-4. Rockets beat Utah 112-101 last night in the NBA. For tonight, Cavaliers in Indiana. Chicago, the Bulls in Charlotte to battle the Hornets. Denver at Orlando. Detroit hosting the world champion Golden State Warriors. Best record at 20-6. You have Dallas tonight, the Mavericks in Milwaukee. Sacramento at New Orleans. Toronto at Memphis. And the game of the night, for me anyway, in San Antonio. The Spurs at 17-8. Playing host to the Boston Celtics. The best record in the NBA on their left coast swing. Celtics 22-4 against the Spurs 17-8. That's tonight, 9:30 tip-off in San Antonio. National Hockey League from last night. Let's run them down for you. Who won, who played. 5 best teams in the National Hockey League right now are in the Eastern Conference: Tampa Bay, Toronto, New Jersey, Columbus, and the Islanders. In the Western Conference, St. Louis, the Blues, Los Angeles, Winnipeg, Las Vegas, and the Nashville Predators. Top 5 teams in the West right now. All right, from last night, it goes as follows. Boston skates past Arizona 6-1. Penguins, the defending Stanley Cup champions, 4-3 winners over the Islanders in Pittsburgh. Calgary, 3-2 winner on the ice at Montreal. Tampa Bay goes to 20-6, skating past Colorado in Tampa Bay, 5-2. Florida 6, Winnipeg 4. The St. Louis Blues shut out Dallas 3-0. Also in the National Hockey League last night, Philadelphia skates past Vancouver 4-1. San Jose in overtime, 5-4 winners over Carolina in the Shark Tank in San Jose. And also Los Angeles, the Kings now 19-8. They skate past Ottawa. Final there was 4-3 again in the National Hockey League. Tonight on the ice, the Predators at home in Nashville at 18-7, hosting Las Vegas, the Golden Knights at 17-9. Rangers skated Washington tonight. It'll be Columbus, the Blue Jackets in New Jersey. Buffalo skates at Chicago against the Blackhawks. Anaheim at home against Minnesota in the National Hockey League on this Friday, December the 8th. If you missed it earlier from last night, Johnson City City Commission closing Buffalo Valley Golf Course at the end of the calendar year. It's been a financial drain on the city, and so until the property is sold, Johnson City Assistant City Manager Charlie Stahl said the course will still be mowed, but will not be maintained to a golf course standard. He's going to kind of let it go, and so it's going to be closed at the end of the calendar year. So if you want to play golf, you have, 23 days to play golf at Buffalo Valley Golf Course. Going to be closed in Johnson City. So that's a story in front of the Johnson City Commission last night. And so that's something going on there that's kind of a sad story, but a story nonetheless, that Buffalo Valley Golf Course is going to be closed at the end of the calendar year. A couple of more stories and we'll take a break. NBA mauling a team in Mexico. Adam Silver said the league is considering putting an NBA G League team in Mexico. Plans to launch an NBA academy in Mexico's capital during a news conference before the Brooklyn Nets played the Oklahoma City Thunder last night in Mexico. So they're trying to make this an international game. It is anyway, but to make it officially an international game. And so they are trying to put a team in Mexico for the National Basketball Association. Tom Taylor Sports Show, thanks for being with us again on this Friday. We're going to take a break, come right back. We'll check in with my man. He's ready to go. That'll be my buddy Dave Martin from WLW Radio in Cincinnati. More college football tomorrow, FCS playoffs. You have Weber State taking on James Madison at James Madison. Weber State 11-2 tomorrow night. Actually, it's tonight's game. Weber State 11-2 at James Madison tonight at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow, Army-Navy. Also tomorrow, FCS playoffs. Wofford, the Terriers at North Dakota State. New Hampshire at South Dakota State tomorrow. And Kennesaw State at Sam Houston State. An FCS football playoff action. Wofford 10-2. North Dakota State 11-1. New Hampshire 9-4. South Dakota State 10-2. Kennesaw State 12-1. Sam Houston State 11-1. And that's the college football playoff action for tomorrow. Again tonight, it'll be James Madison hosting Weber State. James Madison at 12-0. Weber State at 11-2. They'll play that one at James Madison up the road from where we are. Also tomorrow, Chilhowie plays for the state football championship in Virginia in Class 1 at Salem City Stadium tomorrow at noon. Chilhowie, the Warriors out of Southwest Virginia, taking on Riverheads at 11-2. Chilhowie at 11-3. Good luck to those two teams again coming up tomorrow. Oh no, not those two teams. Good luck to Chilhowie. We want the Warriors to win it and bring it back to Northeast Tennessee coming up for tomorrow. All right, and that's what's going on there in high school football action in Southwest Virginia. Now, before we go to the break, high school basketball tonight, Freedom Hall, Johnson City, CAK Elizabethton. Also, you have Cherokee at Tennessee High, Dobbins Minute at Crockett, Johnson County in the Steamboat Springs tournament in Colorado, Sullivan Central at Sullivan East, and Sullivan South at Volunteer. Go to the Johnson City Press. I think we've got more high school basketball games than I'm telling you. So let's make a reference real quick and let you know. Yep, got more. It's Christian Academy in Knoxville versus Elizabethton at 5:30. Knox Webb and Science Hill at 8:30 tonight. Both of those around ball in the Palace at Freedom Hall. Other games tonight, Dobbins Minute at Crockett, Cherokee at Tennessee High, Sullivan Central at Sullivan East, Sullivan South at Volunteer, Kachia at University High, Cloudland at Providence Academy, and West Green and North Green. Same teams are playing on the girls' side as well. And so that's courtesy of one of our great sponsors, the Johnson City Press. Appreciate them very much. And also in basketball, George Pitts, King University, became the all-time winningest coach at King. And so George Pitts passes Al Knight of the late Al Knight for the most wins in program history with 246. George Pitts, an amazing 1,066 victories, 820 coming over a 30-year stay at the high school level. He won 7 state championships, 3 at Science Hill, 4 at Brentwood Academy. This guy can do it. And so George Pitts is the all-time winningest coach now at King University with 246 wins under his belt. And one more story. Congratulations to the Lady Mountaineers of West Virginia, 10th ranked team in the country. And West Virginia goes to 8-0. They beat Pitt last night by 21. Lady Mountaineers 73 and Pittsburgh 52 in women's college basketball from last night. Again, don't forget, tomorrow Sprint says thanks, waiving all upgrades for existing customers tomorrow. That would be a $30 value free tomorrow at all Sprint stores here in the Tri-Cities. Also, any customer that adds a line or any customer that switches to Sprint will earn a $50 gift card for each line of service added. A free LG G-Pad F2 8-inch tablet for all customers. A free LG G-Pad F2 8-inch tablet for all customers at Sprint tomorrow. Sprint says thanks. 50% off, half off any Samsung Galaxy S8, S8 Plus, or Note 8 for new activations. Also, Sprint will buy out your current contract with your current carrier to switch you over. And also tomorrow, Sprint says thanks with $300 off an iPhone 8, 8 Plus, or iPhone X with an eligible trade-in at all Sprint stores here in the Tri-Cities. Of course, we deal with the one at Sprint on North Rome Street in Johnson City. Sprint says thanks tomorrow. Man, that's a great deal. 50% off any Samsung Galaxy S8, S8 Plus, or Note 8 for new activations. That is an incredible price. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll go to Cincinnati, talk to my man, Riding Away with Dave. Coming up next year, we're live here at Food City on Eastman Road on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We'll go to Cincinnati next. We'll talk sports with my man and WLW Radio in Cincinnati on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 650 today, and they said it wouldn't last.
This is Phil Pipkin, owner of Phil's Dream Pit. Do you like smoked turkey? Do you like smoked ham? For your Christmas or New Year's dinner, enjoy a spiral sliced smoked ham or smoked turkey breast smoked right here at Phil's Dream Pit. Smoked hams, 9 to 11 pounds at $8.50 a pound. The smoked turkey breast goes from 2 to 4 pounds at $11.49 per pound. Order by Tuesday, December the 19th. Pick up Friday, December the 22nd, or Saturday, December 23rd. Let us take care of your Christmas or New Year's dinner with a smoked turkey breast or spiral smoked ham. Call 349-6437. Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
The 2018 Cal Calendar in now for a limited time at Chick-fil-A, The Crossings in North Johnson City. A 20th anniversary retrospective titled Steers of Yesteryear, including a card with a wide range of free food offerings across the Chick-fil-A menu. Only $8 plus tax, but hurry, supplies are limited. Each month gives you the chance to collect free Chick-fil-A menu items. The offers vary each month, but hurry, supplies are limited. The 2018 Chick-fil-A Steers of Yesteryear Calendar on sale now at Chick-fil-A at The Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back with the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Let's go to the phone. Here's our buddy Dave Martin from WLW Radio in Cincinnati, riding the wave with Dave with American Trucker Network. We get the privilege of being part of his show every Saturday night. We call in. It's a station that covers 38 states on AM 700, the big one. WLW, the home of the Cincinnati Reds and the home of Dave. And good afternoon, sir. You were telling me sunshine up in Ohio, but it's peppering down the snow here in East Tennessee. So good afternoon. How you doing?
Yeah. Good. Well, the snow won't hurt anything down there. Put everybody in the Christmas spirit. 'Cause after all, this year we can finally say Merry Christmas to everybody, unlike the last 7 or 8 years, if you know what I mean. But,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's wonderful and stuff. A few snow flurries won't hurt you boys down there, right?
No, it's all good. So, all right, let's talk about it. Your Buckeyes stubbed their toe and got knocked out of the Final Four. I was shocked. I really thought they'd go. They did not. I thought the committee would want somebody from the Big Ten. They did not, obviously. And what's the reaction to the fans and the folks in Ohio that the Buckeyes aren't going and Alabama is?
Well, there really hadn't been too much squawking and stuff because I think everybody, when you sit back and look at it, either way the committee went, I mean, you had two of the marquee programs and somebody was going to lose out. And, I would say overall looking at it that loss to Iowa, that you made the prediction. I'll give you a lot of credit on that. Just had a bad taste in everybody's mouth. There's no way that Buckeye should have laid down like that and took that kind of whooping, and that's ended up what costing them. And I think the other factor too is Ohio State, even though they beat Wisconsin, which I told you they'd handle them fairly easy because those Badgers and stuff, they're kind of like a paper tiger. They could have blew them out by about 30, 40 points, and it might have been enough to make a little bit of a difference. But, I mean, with them just kind of hanging on there at the end and not, looking nearly as good as what they could have and stuff, I think that was another nail in the coffin. But I think it's going to be an exciting matchup. I mean, really, you've got two marquee games to look forward to there in the playoffs, with Bama and Clemson. Although I think the Clemson boys are going to handle Bama because I think they've got the weakest quarterback in the whole group. But, people's taking it pretty good. Urban Meyer hasn't squawked too much about it and stuff. And they got a marquee matchup. I mean, you got to admit it. This could be a marquee matchup with Southern Cal Trojans and Ohio State Buckeyes. We haven't seen that matchup in a long time.
We're talking to our buddy Dave Martin again from the American Truckers Network on WLW Radio in Cincinnati. Buckeyes will take on Southern Cal in the Cotton Bowl, Arlington, Texas, December the 29th. Number 5, Ohio State. Number 8, Southern Cal. Should be a really good matchup. How will the Buckeye fans travel? They go to Dallas to watch this game in the Cotton Bowl, you think?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. There's a lot of cash here in Central Ohio, and Buckeye fans, and they're pretty darn loyal. And anytime they get a chance to go out there and party at night, and go down there, and of course, there's all kinds of hospitality and pretty sights to see. If you know what I'm talking about down there in the Texas land and stuff. So the fans will turn out for that to have a good time. And of course, J.T. Barrett will be playing his last ball game with the Buckeyes, and he's had a heck of a career. And of course, he's from down there in Texas anyhow, and they were asking about if his knee be okay for him to play, and he said, "Oh yeah, he wouldn't miss this for anything." So it's going to be a good matchup. Of course, at Southern Cal, from everything I've been reading, they might have the number 1 draft pick in the country. I guess it would be a battle between him down there and that Baker Mayfield, who looks like he's the premier quarterback right now in the college ranks. But no, it's going to be a good matchup. A little bit too early to tell how things will shape out, but I would say Ohio State would go into that game pretty darn healthy, and I think Urban Meyer would definitely want to make a point. So I think the Buckeyes would be primed up to have a big ball game down there.
We're talking to our buddy Dave Martin from WLW Radio in Cincinnati on the big one, AM 700. Cavaliers tonight in Indiana to battle the Pacers. Cavs are red hot. LeBron says we got them right where we want them. Our team's beginning to gel. What's your take?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's pretty much a prediction I made because I think you were kind of needling me there when LeBron and the Cavs had lost 3-4 in a row. And, of course, I said it, then LeBron used my material and put it in the paper. Hey, man, it's only October. And, so he wasn't really worried about it. And, of course, like I said, they got a lot of new players that's come on the scene. And I give a lot of credit to Dwayne Wade because, he told the coach, he says, hey, he said, I'd like to be able to just come off the bench and help out, do whatever I can. And so he's been probably the most valuable sixth man in the NBA this year, playing some great ball, coming in, playing point guard. And you got to remember that the Cavs are really playing this year without their top 2 point guards now. Isaiah Thomas, that little spark plug that they got in that trade, he only averaged 28 points a game last year, and he hasn't even suited up yet for the Cavs. So when he comes back in and probably takes over the starting point guard role, I think the Cavs are just going to be even stronger. And of course, Derrick Rose, who played good ball early on, and then he got injured. Now he's kind of pouting a little bit, but they want to get his ankle back. But if he comes back and can help contribute, I think the Cavs are going to be even stronger than last year. And of course, LeBron, he's got a certain team. Of course, with all the snowflakes falling down there in Tennessee, it's the same group out there in Golden State land. He's got them circled, and he wants a rematch against them and teach them a lesson. So things are coming around for the Cavs, and they're looking strong. And, of course, I told you the whole key with the Cavs, they had to start playing defense. And the guys have gotten in better shape. They're out there hustling. LeBron's leading by example. A lot of nights he's taking the number 1 matchup there defensively. And they're playing a little bit of a smaller lineup, but they got a bunch of sharpshooters out there. And the other thing I'd point out to everybody, there was a lot of talk early on about they should trade Kevin Love or whatever, but that Kevin Love has been a pure horse this year. I mean, he's scoring a lot of points, he's rebounding, he's helping out on defense, and he's not that big of a presence in there. He's not what you'd call a rim protector, but he hustles out there on top, so whenever the teams are trying to set a pickup high, he's out there playing good defense high, and of course he can shoot the lights out of the bucket for a big man. And the Cavs got a lot of different three-point shooters, and it makes them tough. They're going to be a force to reckon with come playoff time. And the NBA, that's what it's all about, is jockeying around in the playoffs.
You got it. My man Dave Martin, WLW Radio Cincinnati. Before I let you go, tell me where can we hear you on the airwaves, the American Truckers Network?
Well, I think just having you doing all this announcing for me, I'll just make you my full-time announcer. I've left a couple of spots. You say it better than me, but yeah, 700 WLW. I mean, that is the big one in home of your Cincinnati Reds. Yeah, and last week was a Reds Fest, and of course, there's still all that talk about your buddy Hunter Green. They want to see him up there slinging that 102, 103 mile fastball, make everybody feel forget about that Chapman character that was down there that could sling the ball up there pretty fast too. But yeah, and home of the Bengals. Of course, I don't know if you want to hear anything about the Bengals. We're not talking any NFL, but it was very sad because one of Ohio State's real strong linebackers playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers, he's been severely injured, and I haven't heard whether he's going to recuperate 100% or not. But we wish him all the best, definitely, here in Buckeye Land, and even down in Cincinnati, that everybody's been wishing him the best. So we sure hope he makes a full recovery. But yeah, 700 WLW, home of America's Trucking Network, and you love the truckers because there's a lot of them truckers, man. They're bikers, they're veterans, and it's a nice mix, and the show's a lot of fun. And it's midnight to 5 a.m., but, the thing that's amazing, Tommy, is there's a lot of characters like you and me that we're night owls anyhow. And some people claim we're half vampire, but I don't know about all that. But we got a big audience out there that listens and stuff, especially all the coppers that are out there working, trying to keep the streets safe wherever they're at, and all the first responders that have to be on alert, to be out there in case we need them on the highways or the byways or whatever. And then people working third shift, and this time of year, there's a lot of people out there working hard, packing up the UPS trucks, the FedEx trucks, and loading up the truckers and stuff so they can deliver all the goods that everybody needs and counts on. So we got a hell of an audience on the weekend in midnight to 5 a.m. So I'm having a lot of fun with the show, and of course, I try to make it fun. We talk a lot of sports. I mean, last couple shows, man, they're big time because everybody's hyped up on the college football right now. Basketball is just now college basketball season. We'll have to start honing up on that because it's starting to heat up.
Yep. Got to run. Got my man waiting in the wings. My man Dave Martin, WLW Radio Cincinnati. I'll join you tomorrow night. Thank you, my friend. Get some rest, and we'll talk to you tomorrow night on the big one, AM 700. All right?
Sounds good. Look forward to you, Tommy. Merry Christmas to you and all your friends there in the land of the volunteers.
You got it. Great report, my friend. Again, Dave Martin from WLW Radio. Appreciate him very much being with us here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We got a few. You're not Destiny. You're not Dave. Dadgummit, where'd I put you at? Right there. No, you're at number 5 on the spot. My buddy Tommy Stanley is going to wrap this show up here before we get out of here and head down the highway. And so there he is, and look up in there. Aren't you a handsome feller? Yeah, we did look a little better, didn't we? So, anyway, my man's in the house. It's a $5 Friday. I'm sitting there watching this. All 9 registers are rocking, and goodness gracious, and folks are taking advantage. $5 Fridays. There's Brad hauling. What's he hauling? More tater chips? Tater chips. $5. All right, let's
hit a few here.
Let's hit a few specials there, Kaz Walker.
Okay, yes, sir. We got some can't miss items. The pick 5 section in the meat department. Mix or match any 5 specialty marked items for $14.99. It's always a great deal to make your grocery dollar go a little further. At $19.99, but today and today only, you can get pick 5 items for $14.99. 2 transactions per day, limit 2, so you could actually get 10 items for $29.98. As you can see, they're flying out the door.
Well, if you can see over my shoulder, this used to be a big, right here, it was solid paper towels where my hand is.
Oh, yeah.
And now they're gone. That's how fast they're selling these for $5.
And we already had display in the back and displays in the house. You're correct. We got Pepsi products 3 for $5. That is buy more, save more, so you have to buy it multiples of 3. We got the mild sausage patties, Swaggerties, great item. Now, I can sit here and read them off, but just to give you an idea, there is 25 items And a lot of them items has a lot of different varieties. I mean, just in the pick 5 section, there's probably 40 or 50 items you could marry up to that to get in that. But we got
marry up to it. There you go.
Yeah.
There you
Close
go.
to marrying up. We're getting on that. Jif peanut butter. The
I'm all
40
over that
ounce.
one.
Yeah, that's a great deal right there.
Creamy or crunchy?
Creamy.
Creamy. Got 2 of those. My name written all over. 2 $5. They're 40-ounce jars for $5. Limit 2.
Peanut butter and banana sandwich, peanut butter and crackers.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Butter, doesn't matter. Peanut butter and anything.
Grape jelly. Woo, that'll set you free. The glass milk skull makes teeth hurt.
Yes. Woo. Then you can make a cheese ball if you want to buy some shredded cheese. Make a cheese ball. Get a fruit tray, veggie tray, $5. Back in the produce department.
This is a regular fruit or vegetable tray.
Yes.
It's normally what is it normally retail?
Usually around $9.99.
There you go.
So, I mean,
basically half price.
Half price.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a couple of sleepers. I know your favorite. We kind of fit together at this. You like the taters at the $5, 15-pound bag.
Taters.
And I'm about the meats. So the Hormel pork fillet, I'll tell you, if you haven't tried that, you were talking about it earlier. We got a mustard base one that if you would have told me that it would have been good, I was a little hesitant. We sampled it back here, and I love the garlic. The garlic and the lemon pepper and all them, but man, the mustard,
set you free.
It is good. Totino's pizza rolls, that's a great quick item to have. That's a great item to sit down and eat, but kids, stuff like that, you got a lot of great items there. Yeah.
There's a whole
ranch dressings, we got a ton of items there.
Pumpkin pie, look right there, middle column.
Yep.
Pumpkin pie for $5.
$5.
Could make a pumpkin pie for $5.
Chopped can of orange juice, $5. I mean, big one. The Bluebell ice cream's back. Got it back, and that's $5. That's basically another half price items.
Simply Done laundry detergent, liquid, 64 loads, 100-ounce bottle, limit 4, $5 a piece. Today only at all Food Cities.
Dunkin' Donuts coffee. You got that $5. Well, everything's $5. A 3-pack Capri Suns.
You got the little people that take them to school. Capri Suns, 30 packs to a box.
Then you got the big people that like them too. The only difference is it takes 2 at a time for me. Where my kids, one's sufficient. Down comes State Fair corn dogs there. Yeah. I'm big on them with a little mustard.
Everything $5. Again, you have Hershey's candy, selected varieties, big bag, limit 2, $5. Tropicana orange juice, 89-ounce jug, limit 2, $5 a piece. And it goes on and on. And then tomorrow is the holiday open house.
From 11 to 4 tomorrow, we have our holiday open house. You can get $5 off any party tray purchase of $15 or more when you order it for the event tomorrow. We got prepared holiday meals. So we'll have somebody out front on staff to take your holiday orders. Go ahead and pre-book it and get that behind you so that it gets closer. You got to do all your shopping. You don't have to worry about that. Your meal will be ready. It'll be done. You tell us, we'll have it ready for you.
This is at all Food Cities, by the way.
Yes.
The sale is not just here either. I want to make sure people know.
Yes.
If you're out there watching. It's company-wide today till midnight closing. And then the holiday open house is at all Food Cities tomorrow.
Company-wide tomorrow. Yep.
There you go.
And I know for us, we have a lot of sample stations, a lot of items for people to try that they might not have tried before. So we'll have a lot of that. We'll have probably 8 or 10 stations set up in here, different people's. And I understand Santa Claus will be making an appearance here tomorrow. I'm trying to be on my best behavior today. I'm just hoping one day will win it over.
There you go. How does one day take the place of 364 is my question.
I don't know. We're going to test that one and see. But no, it's Santa Claus will be here. Bring your kids out. We'll have some candy and maybe a few toys here I hear he might bring and some candy with him. So come on out. And, it looks like we're going to get a bunch of snow and cool weather. So might as well come on in here where it's warm. We'll be sampling some hot apple cider, and we'll have some eggnogs and different things in this store to sample.
Put you in the Christmas spirit.
Absolutely. That's what I was saying. We got up this morning, and you could see snow on the cars. You knew it was time. It's here.
It's here.
Yeah, that is
Put you in
for sure.
Christmas mood, too. Absolutely. Yep. All right. I appreciate you, big dog.
Thank you.
You're awesome.
Come back again. I'll see you on Christmas Eve or day before, whenever you'll be here.
I love coming over here. This guy does an awesome job. I appreciate him very much. That would be the man, the Turtle Man, Tommy Stanley, again, the store manager here at Food City. All right, before we get out of here, let's bring you up to speed one more time. Let's tell you, first off, the verse of the day. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. And so here's our verse of the day. I think I did it earlier. I'm not even sure if I did. Great. If I didn't, we're going to do it now. It says out of the book of Psalms 46, I am your refuge and your strength. Even though the earth gives way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, do not fear. I'm an ever-present help in trouble. There you go. That's our verse of the day. We dedicate this show to the man who hung on the cross, unashamedly. And today is show number 650. And so we appreciate him very much, again, for what he did for us and continues to do for us. Sprint says thanks. Here it is, a brand new sponsor. Tomorrow at all Sprint stores, here we go. A free LG G-Pad F2 8-inch tablet for all customers tomorrow. I'm there picking mine up. 50% off tomorrow at all Sprint stores here in the Tri-Cities. We stop and shop at the one North Rhone Street in Johnson City. Half off any Samsung Galaxy S8, S8 Plus, or Note 8 for new activations tomorrow. Sprint says thanks here in the Tri-Cities. They're waiving the upgrade fee. That's a $30 value. That's tomorrow. Wiping it off. So you're saving $30 just by walking in the door. Sprint will also buy out your current contract with your current carrier to switch you over tomorrow at all Sprint stores. And then on top of that, $300 off an iPhone 8, 8 Plus, or iPhone X with an eligible trade-in. How about that? And then on top of all of that, if you're a credit union member, you can get reimbursed for accessories up to $100 per line for being a member of a credit union and a Sprint customer. Can't beat that. So if you are a member of a credit union, you can get reimbursed for accessory sales up to $100 per line for being a member of a credit union and a Sprint customer. Man, that's awesome. Sprint says thanks. I'm a credit union member. I'm going to rock on that one tomorrow. I think I'm going to get my new phone tomorrow. If I can get a half off, why would I not?
You get me one too, Dad?
Yes, I can. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho.
Hey, can you start maybe like when you hit the 700 show, do it here, 800, 900, and 1,000?
If Kevin will let me, I'd be glad to.
Yeah, we'll have to talk to him. Let's see, get every 100.
Every time we hit 100.
Yeah, and then when we get to about 15 or 20,000, somewhere in there, we may retire.
There we go. That's the goal. Right off into the sunset.
20,000.
Let somebody else do it.
Destiny. We'll go fishing and catch us some turtles.
Catch some turtles. Catch us some turtles. All right. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. I want to say thanks to my man, store manager Tommy Stanley, Destiny Ferguson, and Joel Bowman from right here at Food City. Kevin Harmon giving us the very latest, while it appears to be a very good football hire, and Jeremy Pruitt, the new football coach at Tennessee. Also Mike Hedrick, the NASCAR update with Richard Petty switching over now, as we heard him say, switching to Chevys for Richard Petty. Can you believe that? Going over to the Chevy nameplate. Dave Martin from WLW Radio in Cincinnati, and Bob from Book Lovers Warehouse in Johnson City. So those have been our guests. We are out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. We will rejoin you on Monday. We'll be live. We'll be right down the road here at Mike's Medicine Mart here in Kingsport. Tuesday will be Phil's Dream Pit. Wednesday we're going to be at Chick-fil-A. Thursday will be at Champion Chevrolet. And next Friday we'll be at Food City in Blumpville. And next Friday we'll announce the winners. Somebody's going to win $100 cash for every time you share or retweet this show, you're going to be automatically entered to win $100 cash. Jeremiah Clark and Michael Smith taking care of that. And so one share or retweet equals one entry. There is no limit on the number of entries you can make, and that's coming up again. Next Friday will be at Food City in Blumpville. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Again, stay warm. This will definitely put us here where we are in East Tennessee into the Christmas spirit. Hello to AT, by the way, up in West Virginia. All the great folks in the mountain state, almost heaven, West Virginia. Also to Mr. Pastor Hayes in Hickory, North Carolina. All the folks in Western North Carolina. Also to Darius Hensley, our dear friend up in Bluff City. And don't forget, starting next week, really going to put the hammer on the crusade/celebration coming to town. Will Graham, Billy Graham's grandson, with a celebration April the 27th, 28th, and 29th at Freedom Hall in Johnson City. So we're going to be pushing that hot and heavy. We want a full house to hear the gospel from Billy Graham's grandson, evangelist Will Graham. Out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours till we greet you Monday morning at 11 o'clock from Mike's Medicine Mart in Kingsport, right down the road where we are here. This is Tom Taylor at Food City on Eastman Road saying, as always, win or lose, be sure and get to church on Sunday and worship the King of Kings and Lord of Lords because he's worthy. And until we see you Monday, we'll say, as always, win or lose, be a good sport. So long, everybody.